Hello everybody and welcome back to GreenRiver. So today what we're going to do is a variety of different tasks. We've got the John Deere Gator just here, which I'm going to be driving around in for a bit of fun. But yeah, the primary jobs for today are combining, forestry, diesel making and composting. So it sounds like 4 different things, but actually it's mainly 2 different things. The wood chips are for the compost and the harvesting is for the biodiesel. So these are 2 things we've done before, but we're sort of just mixing them up together today because I'd like to get both of them done a bit more compost produced and finish the canola harvest hopefully. It looks like the common harvester is actually, it's not full, it's 89% full, but it has got a bit confused. I will probably finish off this section myself. One thing I can guarantee is all of this field will fit into the trailer because it's just not really filling up very quickly. Despite it being fully fertilised, it's just a slow fill rate. It's just the way of the crop. So, yeah, let me just put this here. We'll unload the first time round, then at least we can keep going without having to stop. Worker, goodbye. Auger, hello. That sounds weird. Right, okay, so we're going to unload what we've got here. That's actually quite a bit. That is still quite a lot. Hang on, I can't move. The engine isn't running. There we go, that's better. So actually, looking at how quickly that did fill up, maybe I've said something wrong here. Maybe it is actually going to take... Yeah, I think maybe the trailer will fill before the end of the field. I probably shouldn't speculate. Let's just see. Let's just keep going and see exactly how long it takes to fill up, and if we can actually get to the end before it is full. But this is going to be a time lapse, so don't worry about it being slow. I want to get this done really quickly, and then we can just get straight into producing more diesel and more compost. If we've got time, we could also get a wheel loader and move some compost, but I might get a different machine for that in the next episode. We will see. Okay, so off we go. So as you can see from that, it is a fairly slow job. What I've done is in the end I've actually put it onto a worker, which is not what I was going to do, but actually, as it was such a slow process, I thought we could actually use this time a bit more wisely by doing a bit of forestry, because we do need to get these wood chips taken over to the composter to get processing. So if we go and grab a trailer, hopefully there is going to be one available. If there isn't, we'll have to tip the contents out. Potatoes is the dominant product, which is in all of these trailers. I'm just going to have to try and find a place to put them, because one of these bigger trailers is definitely going to be much better for carrying the wood chips, as it does seem to fill up so quickly. We used the Joskin trailer last time and it took about, what was it, 1 or 2 trees to totally fill it. It was just ridiculous. I think it was 1 tree. Yeah, 1 tree. So the red one is obviously ideal, but I think that is the one which is 100% full, and tipping 100% of potatoes out is going to be a bit messy. Yes, that's 59,000 litres, although the pigs could probably do with some, so I'll give them some. Although, potentially it would be better to use the other trailer, since it isn't as full. But oh well, we'll just use this. The pig food mixer is full? Yeah, 17,000 litres of pig food. That needs to be done also, but we need to use the Joskin trailer, because these ones don't fit under. Okay, so here we go, pigs. Some potatoes for you. If you haven't got enough already, we have some more. They're all tucking into their potatoes. I'm sure it usually tips here. There we go. Eat. Eat, piggies. Eat your potatoes. Yeah, that's basically keeping them alive. We're keeping them alive on some potatoes, but they do need some water as well. So as soon as we have got access to some, I don't know if the tank has got any in it, I'll have to check. but as soon as we do have some, we can obviously give them a good top up. I'll try it now, because it would be ideal if we can give them the water at this stage, as they're virtually out. I'll put the cover back over here. There we go. And we'll just reverse it back into its parking space. One thing I've noticed is the Logitech profile has, for some reason today only, changed my settings for the steering wheel to really tight degrees of rotation, something like 200 degrees. It's usually about 600. So I'm going to have to check up on that later. Hopefully it'll be fixed by tomorrow. It does do it, it's done it before. I think it's usually when I minimise the game, it sort of gets confused and then sometimes disables the pedals and other times does that, changes the settings. We do have some. It's probably not going to be enough, but at least we can give it a go. We can give them a good top up. 4,500 litres. They've already got about 1,700 litres, so it's going to be alright. Anything to keep the productivity high. At the moment the productivity is 4%, so yeah, very poor. Well, it will do. It's something. I doubt it'll be enough. Let's just see. It's alright, I suppose. It's just over half. Right, okay, so what we'll do now is we will go and empty the contents of the Fleagle trailer onto the ground, and we will take it over to the forest. In the ideal world, we would have even more trailers to go at, but of course we can't, since we have a restriction on money at the moment. So there is no restriction on money on the map. My Let's Play is unlimited, but it would mean exiting the game to go and top up my endless supply, because I'd rather do that and keep the figures fairly low instead of just giving myself about £25 million, because that just looks a bit ridiculous and yeah, it's just not really necessary. So I'll add it whenever we require it. That is virtually 19,000 litres. Where can we tip it? About here. We'll just put it here. It's actually not a bad thing being here because it's fairly close to the pig food star. Is it called the pig food star? It is. Because we do need to load up the mixer from here with the wheel loader. Or a telehandler. So there we go. Close that down. And let's go over to the forest and we will continue. Which forest were we at? Ah yes, here we go. This one here. I think that is the main forest anyway. Yeah, it certainly seems to be. So that's where we'll head off to, and hopefully, in a very short period of time, we'll have a full load of wood chips, and it really does not seem to take too long at all. It is incredible how quickly the chipper fills up this trailer. I just realised the volume was actually on a really low setting. It was on 10%. This is because of the Easter special, when I set it really low, as the foragers are pretty loud. Forgot to put it back, so hopefully now it is a bit better. With a bit of luck it is. Overall, I think the volume is actually fairly well balanced between voice and game. Possibly, if anything, put the game volume up just slightly. The issue is, the reason why I don't do, is mainly because the foragers, in particular, and the combines sometimes, are so much louder than the tractors. Right, where are we? This next turning here, I think. Nope, this one here. Yes, this is it. And there is that really big bump, which I mustn't overlook. The combine harvester is still going. Here is the bump. Just there. Yeah, I don't know if the combine is stuck. I don't think it is, because it does say harvesting still. See if it goes to 80%. Currently sat at 79%. Not sure. Anyway, here we are. Let's get some more trees loaded up. I seem to be getting further and further back here. But as long as it reaches, it's fine. We probably do still have some in here. Let's just see. We do. It has a bit of storage in there. Right, so if I just make sure this is all running alright. There we go. Then we can now continue loading up with the Manitou. And it was actually going fairly well. And surprisingly, yeah, it was going fast. Usually things go very slow. Come on. Into the grab. That will do. Such a massive tree. I can't even imagine moving an entire tree with a telehandler in real life. Seems like a unusual thing to do because you usually have a forestry machine, but maybe it does happen with a telehandler. I don't know. This could be tricky. It's such a long but thin tree that actually getting a grab on the end of it is going to be pretty difficult. Try this. Yes, there we go. Eat! Eat the tree. Force feed the shredder. And even this is going to fill up the trailer so quickly. For example, if we kept the lorry's engine running, we would actually see how full it is. So let's just do this. Might tell us anyway, actually. Not too sure if the engine does need to run. But yes, 17%. Which is a lot, because remember, it's a really big trailer. And that was such a spindly tree. We'll go for this one next. It does seem a shame cutting all these trees down because they're so pretty. Nature is very pretty. But we have compost to make. The combine harvester is finished. Timber! A bit late, but oh well, there we go. It's down. Seems to be a bit of a habit of mine, actually. Shouting timber when the tree's already hit the ground. Now this is obviously a full tree, whereas the other one had been trimmed. So the possibility of picking the entire thing up in one go is probably very slim. But we'll try it at least. Let's just try and get it in the grab. Well, it's in the grab alright, but can we get it out of there? Because it's actually fallen into the other trees. Yeah, I think a bit of trimming is going to be required. I'll keep going for a bit. Make sure it stays in the grab. Drag it back. Thing is though, the longer end, the fatter end, sorry, needs to go into the chipper first. Turning with it in the grab usually makes it fall out, but we'll keep trying. If I can get the whole thing in, this is going to be probably the first time ever. But I should think it'll slip out. Or do that. Get stuck on stumps. Okay. That's it's close. It's better than I thought it would be. Just open the grab up. It's already trying to be opened, but oh, my grab! It's bent backwards. Ah, it's like bending your finger back. Oh, that is a bad image in your head. Right. Okay. It's on the roof. It's on the Manitou's roof. Stay there. As you can see, this is a very professional service we're running here. Okay, that's something. Swing the end of it around. Hopefully get it to feed. Oh no, it's going to fall over. Ah, it's going to fall out. Oh, it's fallen out. But at least we're in line. So I'll just grab it again, hopefully just pick it up straight and put it straight into the chipper. What a lot of fun it is playing with these trees. Which I think is probably one of the reasons why everyone loves, well, most people love FS so much, because you can just do all these crazy things. Things which you certainly would never do in real life. Mostly due to health and safety restrictions. There is no health and safety in FS. If it can get caught by the conveyor belt, then that will start it off. Looks like we are going to have to just help it along a bit. But with a bit of luck, as soon as it is just grabbed by the crusher, it'll take the whole thing in. Although that does seem to be the weakness of this chipper. It doesn't tend to actually grab it and take the whole thing. It requires feeding. Like this. Now, do you think this is going to fill the trailer? It is a full tree, obviously. It will be very interesting to see. Right, that is the perfect position to load it with. It might not look very comfortable, but it always works. The trailer is currently 28%, 31%. Yep, that is a rapid fill. 41%. The trailer probably needs to be reversed actually. Get a bit more weight in the front. Come on, keep feeding it. Oh, don't fall out. Oh no. Keep it going. 67%. It's wanting to go. It's actually being held up in the air by the chipper. And it is still feeding it, so that's good. I'll leave it alone. 73%. And I think we're almost there. Yep, I think that's it. 76%. Wow. So if we just get a tiny bit more, just to finish off, we're only going to do one trailer today, because even that is going to be still a lot of wood chips. It converts to be a lot of compost. And then hopefully, in the next episode, we can actually move some compost to a field where it can then be spread. So I'll very, very quickly do this bit here. And then we'll be on our way to go and put all this into the composter, and also to take the rest of the canola over to the biodiesel refinery. Almost forgot the words. So we definitely don't want to be taking the whole tree, because we already know it's not going to all fit, so if I cut it about here, that'll make life very easy. And there we have it, 47,000 litres of wood chips. Oh, I've got stuck. There we go. Yeah, from what was it, about, probably about 2 trees. That was 2 tree loads, 2 halves and a full tree. But that is very impressive. And this essentially is pretty much free fertiliser, because the wood chip's going to rot down, turn into compost. We can then spread it on the land for nutrition. And yeah, it's going to be very nourishing to our crops. It looks like our sunflowers are ready, so we can do them as well in a few episodes' time. That's going to be a big operation, probably having 2 or 3 combine harvesters doing it, but then it would be just me carting, so we need to have a fairly big trailer. But it's definitely doable. I don't think the sunflowers fill up the combines too quickly, so it shouldn't be that hectic, although it probably will still be fairly full on. But that's all part of the fun. Look, one of the neighbouring farms has got sunflowers too. They must have seen ours and thought, that's a good idea, I'm going to grow some as well. So they did do. I'm hoping the combine harvester has actually finished the field. If it hasn't, then there can't be a great deal left, but it would be very useful for us if it has finished. But we'll see how it's doing. Right, so here we are. The compost machine. We'll have to check its diesel levels too. Oh, it's got loads of diesel. It must just be out of the wood chips. I'm going to just move it. It's completely in the way. There we go. Yeah, we're going to see exactly how much it does have. I think it said 16,000 litres, which is obviously loads. But this is the exact reason why we're producing biodiesel. It's to run the composter, which will make the entire operation almost free. In fact, the only expense will be the crops, the canola, because the running of the refinery, I'm guessing, is run off the diesel, which we're producing anyway, and this is being run off the diesel. And the machines are being run off the diesel which we make, so it should be a almost free operation. So I'm going to leave that there, just tipping. How are we doing with the diesel? Yep, 16,866, very good. So to finish off with, we just have to go over to the combine harvester, make sure everything is going alright. This should start up again. There we go. Brilliant. And it's still producing the output compost here. We need to get some of this moved very quickly because it's starting to really build up. In fact, is there a gauge? There is. 64,000 litres. Wow, that is a lot. Okay, so over to the combine harvester, or the John Deere tractor, and we'll see if we're done over here. Well, it's looking very promising. This Gator doesn't seem to have an internal first-person camera view. As you can see, it just does that. So it must only have the one camera set up. I'm not too sure why, but it's a nice model. Nice thing to have. So yeah, it has finished everything, which is very promising. All we have to do is unload and take it over to the refinery. Between this episode and the next one, both of these two places are going to be working very hard. Obviously we're going to be producing biodiesel here, while the composter produces compost, which means that at the end of it all, or at the beginning of the next episode, we're going to have so much stuff. So many different products. All these different things which we've been working towards. Okay, so let me just put that out, get it unloaded. And it's another, what was it, 8,000 litres or so? Something very good. I'm guessing it was about 8,000 litres, judging by the percentage full it is. 13% left. And we are done. 8,852. Very good. So I don't know if we're going to be making any more biodiesel after this, because obviously this is quite a bit anyway, and we have two byproducts which come with it. They need to be dealt with too, but yeah, the primary reason for doing all this is for the diesel. Okay, so we get it tipped into here. Yeah, we've got the forage and the digestate over there, and the diesel in the middle. So actually, we might even be able to refill the tractor from here. Let's just see. We can. Totally free. That is a good feeling, especially when you know it's biodiesel. So it's environmentally friendly within reason, I suppose. So we can see on here the resources, everything is looking fairly low, but actually it's quite a lot. Like, we've almost got 20,000 litres of fuel. That's prior to processing all the stuff we just put in. So that's going to really increase quite a bit, and all the others as well. The digestate and the forage, they're going to go up too. We don't necessarily even require these, but they just come along as part of the package, which is nice. So how are we doing over here? That can move. Yep, it's all looking very good. And everything I wanted to do today has been done. So we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.